It's great privilege for me to participate in today's seminar, which is very pertinent in the present pandemic situation. Mr. Ramakrishna Sangam Garu, who is the editor and publisher of Excel India, the book which just be released. He is a committed journalist. I think that is one of the reasons for which he took initiative to hold this seminar, particularly on higher education and post-COVID era. Probably he choosing post-COVID era might be, that is my presumption, probably you might be thinking of the new education policy and the future course of education in our country. Probably that should be one of your idea. Hopefully I think so. Because the initiative you took and with the help of Mr. Papireddy Garu, Professor Papireddy Garu, who is the chairman, Telangana State Council, and his two colleagues, Mr. Limbadri Garu and Mr. Venkatramana Garu, who are the vice chairman, who are very much present here, both of them, along with their good friends, they initiated this seminar, which I am glad to participate. I am very happy that many of the speakers who spoke just now, Chiranjulu Garu, though he is an IAS officer, he is a person with a vision on education, because I do know him for 2 decades, and as Vice Chancellor of Shatavahana University, in whatever extent, whatever, he has some ideas which very frequently we share together. And Professor Limbadri and Venkatramana Garu, they are vice chairmen of the State Council of Higher Education. They have their role in the higher education, which the state government is seriously pursuing how to go ahead, and they are contributing a lot. And the other speaker, Papireddy Garu and Limbadri Garu, and just now the main speaker, keynote address by Mr. Naveen Mittal. I think every one of you know Mr. Naveen Mittal is a young IAS officer, probably the youngest age. He is one among the few IAS aspirants who got selected at the very young age. Probably, if I am not wrong, 23 plus or 24? 22. So probably is one of the youngest aspirant who got selected at that age. Probably you girls, you should seriously think on it. Huh? So he's a person with a vision. Of course, he do have good ideas on different subjects in bureaucracy, but more particularly with education, he has some concern. I made personal request just now, asking him to contribute much more in the field of education in the coming days in the new state of Telangana. Because we need youngsters, policymakers, particularly officialdom, they have to take initiative to change. So now Telangana, as every one of you know, under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, what all we said during the agitation days, the issues we took up in those days, way back 2 decades back, right in the early 2000, even before we launched our political party, Telangana Rashtra Samiti, we addressed already major issues we raised in those days, particularly with regard to electricity, irrigation, social welfare scheme, and much more, of course. And I am very happy and proud to say that all the major concerns of the people of Telangana were already addressed, and they are on the something we have to still do something. We are We took up all those issues and we are going ahead without any problem. Particularly regarding education, that is the most important. Why I just now appreciated my good friend Mr. Ramakrishna and other his team of friends is that it is not on behalf of the state government or from my position as Vice Chairman of the Planning Board, Telangana State Government, nor as Telangana State Council of Higher Education, but as a committed journalist, and yes, there are many, Mr. Ravikant Reddy Garu is a senior journalist from Hindu, he is very much present, and many more, of course, from Hans India. You are committed journalists. You want something to happen in our state. Probably Mr. Shailesh Reddy is here. During hot summer days, I went and met him. I was under the impression that what is this e-learning, nothing. Of course, frankly speaking, because we politicians, we do have some inhibitions about accepting immediately. So I thought that I went there and I have seen him. Later, frankly speaking, I think twice or thrice I spoke to him. Late night I watched his stat, and though I completed my law education 3 decades back, more than 3 decades back, still I tried to hear a lecture of a school teacher on constitution. Immediately I made a call to him at late 11:30 also. Because wonderful, very good lecture by a school teacher explaining constitution to school students, not a law student like me. I appreciated him, frankly speaking. I asked him the name of the teacher also. So very good initiative from this time. Thanks to Mr. Shailesh. Then he explained me on many other issues. Normally, I'm watching now. Of course, I'm not a school-going student nor a college-going student, but trying to learn something. What's their teaching to the youngsters? Yes, as you mentioned, Mr. Vittal Garu, yes, the need of the hour is either you say blended or hybrid, whatever name you can coin some word to it. But what I mean to say, yes, the need of the hour is, yes, youngsters are trying to learn in differently, not in the same way of pattern what we were made to learn in those days. That is different. This is different era. So we have to, yes, we have adopt those things, and as policy makers and as we are at the helm of affairs, no, it is our primary duty on behalf of the government. We should think about higher education, not only higher education. Just now I mentioned to Mr. Vittal about the school education also. Both school education system in the state of Telangana post-COVID era means what? Yes, because of this pandemic, there are some problems which I don't want to go into those details because many of us know about it, and we can sort out the issues one by one, whichever come across us, and we can resolve it. That's not a big issue. But what I mean to say, this seminar, today's seminar, is very, very important seminar. I'm very happy to see such a galaxy of intellectuals here. In these days, who is interested, frankly speaking, let me be very free and frank, who are committed for the education in the state of Telangana, you are here. And what I would like to say on behalf of government, particularly from the side of Planning Board, yes, I do interact with our Honorable Chief Minister, who is the Chairman of the Planning Board, on some issues, particularly with many issues, of course. When I discussed few days back with regard to education, yes, Honorable Chief Minister, 2021 should be we should see a sea change in the state of Telangana, particularly in the field of education. Yes, we are seriously planning on those lines. Very shortly, Mr. Vittal was already interested for recruitment of the vice chancellors in the state of Telangana. We are on the job. Because of this pandemic, few such team members, they are not available. Of course, we made a request to them that at least you can be online and select those shortlist the vice chancellors. Hopefully, shortly in the month of January, hopefully, I think we will complete the process. And later on, also, I frequently interact with Mr. The Vice Chairman of State Councils and also the Chairman with regard to the recruitment of professors or teaching faculty in all the universities. Yes, many of you know that the government had issued a GO for more than 1,000 recruitment of 1,061 teaching faculty in all the universities of Telangana in the first phase. So what I would request Mr. Naveen Mittal and Mr. Papireddy Garu and his colleagues is that let us make a policy. Otherwise, you will land up in litigation. I know, as a lawyer also, while practicing in Warangal, we used to raise many issues with regard to the recruitment process in Kakatiya University, where Mr. Papireddy was an activist in Akut. Their association, he was a leader. Professor Sitharama Rao Garu also. He is also well aware of all those issues. So what I would like to say, we should think very seriously regarding the recruitment of teaching faculty in the universities. For example, I will give an illustration. If somebody is selected as a botany professor in Shatavana University, when Mr. Chiranjeevu Garu is going to recruit. After 2 months, if the same professor or same selected lecturer, if she or he is selected in Usmania University, everybody must know that normally they choose Usmania. So again that will become a vacancy. Again the question of another issue will come up, under which roster system it should go or something, and somebody will file a petition. So again it will stop. So I tried my level best to find out what are the procedures laid down across the country in different universities. Very recently I came to know that the Bihar state universities, they formed a consortium. So they will select at a time for all the positions in different universities. Choice is mine. If I'm intelligent enough to be selected for in 3 or 4 faculties in different universities, I will choose my priority, whether to go to this university or that university or this university or that university. So once if my preference is given, if I am offered, when I join, there is the recruitment process. So you please evolve, because you are very dynamic officer, Mr. Naveen Mittal. You please, I was told that the Bihar state government enacted a law for recruitment of university teachers. As you know, UGC has different guidelines. Whether this will fit in this or not, that is a very different issue. So what I mean to say, we can make an act of the state legislature and see that all the universities in Telangana will recruit, because Honorable Chief Minister has given you permission for recruitment of more than 1,000 teaching faculty in all the universities. It's unfortunate for the last 1.5 years, we never tried to recruit because of various reasons. I'm not going to blame anybody or politically make a blame. Ultimately, you blame us the court. No, it has become fashion for us, many of us, to criticize only our legal fraternity courts. You do all mistakes, and somebody, yes, some aspirant will fight for his rights. What I mean to say, Mr. Papireddy Garu, you have your case, I have my own case. But what I mean to say, litigation is a, you see, you should not blame the, whatever it may be, you see, you should, the process should be very clear. So how can a litigant goes unnecessary? If you give a chance only, litigant will come to us, lawyers, and will take advantage of it, and will fight it.
That issue is not related to Telangana state.
Yeah, whatever it may be, with no, Papireddy Garu, my suggestion to all of you would be like this: that see that this recruitment is not stalled in court. You think twice, bring a law, enact a law, and see that this recruitment is done so that the youngsters, they will be happy. For at least next 2 decades, you see, the very young, dynamic youngsters are there. If they are recruited, the next 2 generations, unfortunately, for the last 2.5 decades in the state of Telangana, in the undivided state of Andhra Pradesh and in the present Telangana, because of paucity of teaching faculty in the universities, the education system, the universities has deteriorated. So that is one of the reasons for which I want to insist in this seminar that the process of recruitment of teaching faculty in universities should be your priority from the state government side. Yes, I am here to extend my help, cooperation in whatever manner you want. So ultimately, I think I took a lot of time on other issues which are not concerned with COVID. Of course, with COVID, yes, as mentioned by the earlier speakers, yes, in the coming days, we should not get frightened or threatened with this pandemic. In human race, it's very common. We have to face it. As mentioned by Mr. Naveen Mittal, it was a blessing in disguise in many ways also. Pandemic was a blessing in disguise in many ways. So hopefully let us think with a positive mind that yes, in spite of this COVID, we are going ahead with good results for the next generation in the coming days. And lastly, once again appreciate Mr. Ramakrishna Garu and his friends, particularly the Excel India team, to hold this seminar where all of us were invited, and on behalf of this gathering, I thank Mr. Ramakrishna for conducting this seminar.
నిరంతర న్యూస్ అప్డేట్ కోసం ఛానల్ ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. పక్కనే ఉండే బెల్ సింబల్ ను క్లిక్ చేయడం మర్చిపోకండి. అప్డేట్స్ ని మిస్ అవ్వకండి. థాంక్స్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్. ప్లీజ్ లైక్, కామెంట్, షేర్. Follow on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Instagram. For more updates, please subscribe Great Telangana TV.